The Didier Drogba comparison Hamza Igamane is too cheeky to hear as teammate has Rangers Cup final expectation whisper it, but Leon Balogun sees flashes of Didier Drogba in Rangers' new striker hero. The veteran defender isn't convinced it's a good idea for Hamza Igamane to hear this verdict. Not when he's already got a bit of cheek about him, according to Balogun. But the centre-half couldn't help blurting out the level of belief he has in the on-form 22-year-old. Balogun loves the way the Moroccan ace has dragged all his training ground qualities into the spotlight. Igamane bagged a brace in Nice and plundered Premiership goals against Kilmarnock and Ross County. Then he stunned Spurs with a superb Ibrox strike in the Europa League. Balogun sees the forward as a rare talent, and that's great news for a Rangers squad seeking to improve beyond Celtic. Balogun said, "It's good to see that he's able to put things that you see in training on to the big stage when it matters." Read more. No Celtic pardon if Brendan Rodgers commits the ultimate crime and Arne Engels' call could be used in evidence. Read more. What channel is Celtic versus Rangers? Live stream, TV and kick-off details for Premier Sports Cup final. He's had an excellent run. He's a strong player. The way he controls the ball with his chest, I don't think I've seen it a lot. I don't want to praise him too much, but it reminds me a little bit of Drogba. But that's the big one, so don't tell him I said that. No, but it's very refreshing, it's very nice to see it. And yeah, he's delightful. He's got a bit of cheek to him as well, loves a nutmeg. He's been really good. I think his performances speak for themselves. Igamane really got a raucous Ibrox rocking on Thursday with the opener against Spurs. Rangers weren't able to close out the win, but the performance was a hugely positive pointer ahead of today's Premier Sports Cup final with Celtic. It was a far cry from the Ibrox fury unleashed only 3 weeks ago as Philippe Clement's crew scrambled to a draw with Dundee United. And the Nigerian reckons they can feed off the new feel-good factor at Hampden against Celtic. "It was very bouncy in the stadium against Spurs," grinned Balogun. "I'd like to think it brought everybody involved in the club and the supporters closer together. My personal interpretation of what happened was the supporters wanted to make sure that we know what we have to do at Hampden. The performance we played against Tottenham was the perfect symbiosis to really get the place going. For me, personally, it was nice to see Ibrox like that again because it's been a while. But to be fair, it's been the last 2 games leading to Tottenham where we kind of built something already. It was a lot more reassuring the way we played, and, right now, we're in a very good place. But it's about keeping that momentum going. I think the teams, Celtic and Spurs, are similar in the way they play, so that should give us a big confidence boost. Igamane is one of the Jares' new boys who have taken time to hit their stride. Clement predicted the best would be seen from his squad in the autumn. But after a delay on that plan, they're shaping up to be winter wonders. I think we've been on the hunt for that switch, for that click to happen," said Balogun. "Overall, what you feel on the pitch is that we're just a lot tidier in everything. Especially in the basics. I don't know if this was still the group having to grow together a bit more, or if we are just really slow. I hope it's not the latter. But it's definitely good to see that switch happening finally. It feels very good to prove a point. But, first and foremost, we owed it to ourselves because there's been a lot of talk going on about the quality of the players. If we don't live up to expectations, then questions are rightfully asked. It would be massive to win the cup because, for most of the players, it would be the first trophy at the club. Also, the significance for the club itself is massive. We all signed here to win trophies, and this is the next opportunity to do that. Balogun helped Jares lift the season's first silverware 12 months ago by edging Aberdeen 1-0. But the season ended on a Hampden downer, losing 1-0 late to Celtic. Balogun stressed. "It was bitter. It was very frustrating because it felt like we should have won. But we didn't, of course. A runners-up medal is not of any interest. If you play for Rangers, first is the only thing that matters. We can say second is the first loser. It's all or nothing." Balogun, 36, was brought off the bench when John Souter suffered a first-half injury against Spurs. That's put him firmly in the frame for a start today, alongside Robin Proper. I think it was only the second game when we have played together, but it worked out pretty well, noted the Nigerian international. I came on in the middle of the game. We had to react fast, but we had no issues. We're both experienced enough. To be honest, I expect to start the final, especially now. I got my minutes, a big amount as well, but obviously the way it has happened is not ideal.